I think the biggest things you probably want to, check off the list before you make the transition is make sure you believe in the product, make sure you believe in the technology, and really see, where this technology could go.
There's a lot of our listeners who have been in the industry for a while. They've worked for a great company, and sometimes going to a startup, there's a lot of questions. There's pluses and minuses. There's new challenges, different sets of challenges. If someone is considering an opportunity with a startup, leaving a larger, well-known company, what questions do you encourage that rep to make sure they're doing their due diligence before they make that jump? What are some things you would encourage them?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm almost 6 months into it, and I'm having an absolute blast. It's exciting. No 2 days are the same. I love the intimacy of the startup. What I've heard a lot is that you really get to see how the sausage is made, and you get to see all of it. I think it's extremely immersive. It's extremely challenging bringing a new product to market. But I think when you see an entire company that has a common goal, they know exactly where they want to be going, and there's really just one goal in mind. There's something really exciting about that. But going from a large medical device company to a startup was certainly a culture shock for sure. I think if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, if you're a little more independent, if you kind of like going at your own pace and, not necessarily being on your own, because I do feel like I have a lot of support now, but just having less resources, if you enjoy that certain environment, I think, the startup world is a great thing to try out. And, I haven't been here for very long, so I know I have a lot to learn and a lot to experience. But I think the biggest things you probably want to, check off the list before you make the transition is make sure you believe in the product, make sure you believe in the technology, and really see, where this technology can go. I think the other piece is know who you're going to be working with. So I'm fortunate to be working with some of the best in the business. That was really, really a big reason why I took the leap. A lot of the guys who I'm working with were with Intuitive at its inception and at its beginning. A lot of them were some of the first reps that were selling the Da Vinci robot with Intuitive about 15 years or so. And so they really got to see what it was like to bring this extremely disruptive piece of technology into a marketplace that didn't necessarily think it was needed, and absolutely succeeded. And so it was really cool it has been really cool to just get a lot of insights from them. But I have learned so much in the past 5 months than I ever thought I could, not just about business and bringing a product to market and strategy with customers, but also just about myself and how to interact with people. A lot of high level conversations, a lot more strategic of an approach. I was used to walking into a facility like I had mentioned, and they know your company, they know your product, they're familiar with what you're doing. This is the exact opposite. A lot of people have never heard of us. They've never heard of our product. They're not familiar with it. And so with that comes a completely different approach, obviously, a different way in how you approach customers and how you speak to them, but also in how you speak about the product. And it's been an incredible experience so far. But I wouldn't have been here if I didn't believe in the product and the people that I knew I was going to be working with.